Time for another Inside Wisconsin Top 5 list presented by the University of Wisconsin-Platteville. A top university in Wisconsin, UW-Platteville ranks in the top 20 for regional universities in the Midwest because of its quality academic programs, expert faculty, and affordable tuition. Learn more at uwplatt.edu. I feel like we should give them a shout out for having a beautiful campus too, like especially around the fall time of year. Little hilly, little up and down, kind of got to be in shape to attend there, but I'm surprised they can't, and they'll engineer that. I'm sure they're going to engineer something there. That's what they're
We don't want to. We want to educate the whole person, the body, the soul, mentally. And so if we can get you in shape by walking to class too, then you're fine. I'm good with that. Cool. We need that.
And the Badgers had their preseason camp there this year. That's how legit their football stadium is. Lots of reasons. Go to uwplatt.edu/engineering/ we're the best, whatever it is. All right, top 5 list time. J.A., my turn. I know that you haven't lived here in Wisconsin since 1983. Turns out I've lived in Wisconsin pretty much since 1983. So, supper clubs, right?
Love
Midwest, love them.
Sure.
However, there is a little bit of debate I've learned in regards to what the best items are on a supper club salad bar. Like, people choose to go to a supper club or not based on what's on the salad bar. So I thought I would give you my top 5 items on a salad bar, and I fully expect that there will be comments galore as to what I left out and or what I thought should be in the top 5. That's stupid.
I have a couple of quick questions, because maybe I am old school, but like if you went to the Stratosphere, which is a great supper, or maybe Paul's Carriage Inn, I'm trying to think of some other ones that you go to, that I don't remember that I had to get up to the salad bar. Like, they just brought it to me.
No. What?
So apparently that's not a thing. And when we get done, I will tell you about and by the way, I only know supper clubs also, like the Stratosphere I remember by name, but most of them I just know by like who runs them. Like my mom dad would be like, well, we just went over to Vern and Judy's. I'm like, what is that? Well, that's who owns the supper clubs. Like, I don't even know the name of but we just went to Vern and Judy Krawcheck, and so that's where he went ate. Anyway,
and that's why it's amazing, because it has been some of these.
But I have a great. I'll top this off at the end with a little explanation point about Vern and Judy's place. Fun. But let's hear what you got, because quite frankly, I don't see where this could be controversial in the least. Here's some salad. I'm assuming the lettuce is a given, so that we don't. But what if you
honorable
like
romaine?
Mention. What if you like? Go.
Honorable mention.
I'm fascinated by this.
Honorable mention: salad. That's the honorable mention for the salad bar. Everybody knows that there's salad on the salad bar. Number 5, baby corns. Those little baby corns. I think that those make a salad unbelievable in regards to Wisconsin Supper Club. So watch for the little baby corns. That's number 5.
They make Chinese food unbelievable, but I don't know about a salad bar, but I'm still listening.
All right. Number 4, at the end of most salad bars, is soups. We don't usually call it a soup and salad bar because everybody just knows that there's soups at the end of the salad bar.
Sure.
Number 4 for me, a good chicken dumpling soup, and or honorable mention 4A, 4B, clam chowder. There's some amazing clam chowder on some of these salad bars.
Let me just say this real quick. Clam chowder in Wisconsin, pass. And maybe I'm spoiled here. When you live out here, it's kind of like I don't want to buy a lobster in Oklahoma. I'll take it out of the water in Maine, but clam chowder, dicey once we get inland. But anyway, go. Okay, good. Love it.
You said really good wrong. Really, really good. That's number 4. Number 3, we got baby corns. We got clam chowder and or the soup. Number 3, spreadable cheese.
Well, yeah.
And with this, you have to have it, but there are some that don't.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah. I'm all with my the kids here love the Kakana spreadable cheese here. I don't like it with the port wine. I want it straight. There's a lot of ways we can get that. But I'll take that over the liver paste any day.
See, now that was one that didn't make my top 5 list, but other people I talked to, liver paste was on their top 5 list. They got to have the liver paste, not on mine.
I don't know that those people are my friends, but okay, I'm with you.
So what goes good with liver paste and or cheese spread, number 2 for me, is crackers, but not just any crackers. Like, we all understand you can get crackers that come in a little thing, but
saltine,
they're normal saltine, fine, whatever. But there are crackers that are those long, like cracker rods, those skinny, long cracker rods for different ball game. Different ball game. You got to have that cracker in particular.
Okay.
And the number 1 thing for me in my top 5 list of things that must be on a Wisconsin Supper Club salad bar is chocolate pudding. I'm telling you, it is in a vat at the end of the salad bar. It is straight chocolate pudding, and I reserve at least a quarter of my salad plate for chocolate pudding.
Isn't that dessert? So
No.
the salad is the starter, correct? Right? We're eating that. We're not in France. We're not using it as a palate cleanser before the main entree. But so I noticed, see, here's where the first thing I get wrong in this. I'm like, okay, so condiments aren't really what we're looking for. We're assuming carrots and tomatoes and all that stuff are there.
Whatever, yeah.
Right. Okay. But
it's the things on a salad bar that have nothing to do with salad.
Got it.
Yeah.
And chocolate pudding to start with is disgusting. I love it, but we don't want it right there. What if you have your plates, now it's bleeding into your Thousand Island dressing. You can't have that. That's gross.
I mean, I have filled a soup cup with chocolate pudding before. I have done that just so that make sure. But yeah. I mean, if there's an option for chocolate pudding at the end of that salad bar, 10 out of 10 times, I'm grabbing that chocolate pudding.
So soup, salad, chocolate pudding. Trevor, that's a meal. Okay, that's a meal.
For some.
Right. Not maybe when you're not, 7'2" or whatever you are.
7'2". That's what you're going to use, is 7'2"?
Okay, 6'11" and a half, whatever you want to do. But whatever. Okay, so that I get that. But the baby corn, do you just eat that, or do you get to eat it like that?
No, you just eat that. That's funny though.
Just eat it regular, like, okay.
No, listen, there's a lot of options, right? There's a lot of things that didn't make my list that I know are going to make other people's list. I've asked. Sure. My list is not the same.
What about like fruit? Do we need some of that? Like I like sometimes you go in there and go, oh, look, some strawberries, some cantaloupe, that is a melon, a nice melon in there.
I'm disappointed if there's not hard-boiled eggs, but that seems to be a fairly common thing.
Sure. How do we feel about a craisin?
Pass.
Okay. Same with the golden raisin?
I'm not putting that on a salad.
Really? I like a craisin on a salad.
Baby corn, hard-boiled eggs, broccoli if they got it, maybe some black olives.
Broccoli is a vile weed. Nobody should ever eat broccoli. That's horrible.
Wow. Yeah. See? Now you understand why this is potentially a debatable thing.
Cauliflower, that's just that's a vile weed.
I feel like the timing on this is good because it's Thanksgiving Day. And the last time you and I did a top 5 list in regards to food, it was what needs to be on our Thanksgiving plate. And there could not have been more difference in a top 5 list.
Well, that's because you're wrong. Now there's a chance you could be right on some of these things. I don't know.
Yeah,
on this, but
all right. What's your story in regards to supper clubs and salad bars, and who owns them? What was that?
Okay, so you go to Vern and Judy Krawcheck, and I can't forget the name. It's over on the east side, and you'd go into this place. God, what was it called? Not the stress. Hope it comes to me. So we go in, and we've eaten there. I don't know, a half a dozen times, and you're like, wow. Each of these, every time you sit, there's not a really main dining room. Right? There's kind of this room with a table or two, or this room with like just one table. They're kind of private dining room, right? Like it's really a really cool place. And so I don't think anything of it. This is one of those things where you're just dumb until you realize it's right here. And I said, you know what I think about this place is unique is because of the dining setup, the way it goes. And my dad, who lived on that east side where the highway now cuts through what used to be his parents' farm. Anyway, he goes, well, you know why that is? And I'm like, no, I have no idea. He goes, the place used to be a brothel.
Jeez.
That's why there's all these little private rooms, because it was for the ladies of the evening. And so that's why it's set up that way. And there's upstairs and the whole thing where they went. And I'm like, okay, that makes and he said every once in a while when they'd go by and they were kids, they were always like tempted because they go try to peek in a window and do all this stuff. But I'm like, that's why they have all these rooms. The supper club used to be sort of a completely different dining experience. And now, there it is. And I think they're out. I think they've sold it. I think they're out of the business, Vern and Judy. But Vern worked the bar and Judy was the host with the most. And so that is but I think part of this show, right, is I think that's sort of Wisconsin, unique Wisconsin, not as a supper club, but there are stories like that everywhere, which hopefully we find and uncover and people let us know, because it's something that sounds completely insane, and yet you're like, no, that actually makes perfect sense.
Nope, get it. Yeah, and I've heard of them being speakeasies before. Same thing. Some of these actually started as speakeasies, and they built out from that, but not a brothel. That's the first one.
This had a more specific purpose.
Got it. Well, back to the salad bar for a second. Let's just make sure you comment below in regards to what it is that you have to have on your Wisconsin Supper Club salad bar, or you're not going. And by the way, yes, old fashions, but they're not on the salad bar.
Yeah, it could be that. And by the way, if you really want a nice salad bar, the Seymour Hotel, I don't know if it's open anymore. Seymour Hotel used to be great.
Yep.
Go down there, good fish fry, good salad bar there.
Numerous of my buddies have been to the Seymour Hotel literally in the last 2 weeks. Ironically, that's what inspired this list. There you go.